Cheers! Welcome back everybody, and thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that little video there of me cutting this stunning crystal opal. It's actually an opal I cut a long time ago, so it's a bit of old stock, but it's still beautiful. To give you the characteristics of the opal, it weighs 1.04 carats. It's technically a dark crystal opal. It has a brightness of 3 with colour play from all angles. The stone is quite thin at 2mm thick, so it does have a low dome, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it is a very, very gorgeous opal with great colour play. The colours on display are only green, but I think you can argue that the pattern is a bit of feather pattern. It's not quite solid enough to be a flagstone, but you could argue it's flagstone slash feather, considering it has that slight textured effect to where the colour is. Now I have just sold this opal, so that deserves a good old victory sip. You might be interested to know that this opal I had for sale at £45, which is about 56 US dollars or 86 Australian dollars. Some of you might think that that is quite a cheap price for the opal, and that's true. It can be argued that, and I would agree with you. But as I've mentioned many times before, I am a wholesaler, so my prices are generally cheaper than others selling opal. The reason I have it priced at 45 is obviously given by the fact that it's only a carat, the brightness is 3, and the dome is quite low. But as I mentioned a minute ago, that doesn't take away from the beauty of this opal. The customer that's bought it has told me they're going to have it set into a pendant, so I'm really excited to see what that looks like, and if I get to see the results, then I'll definitely share it with you. Some of you may think that I've priced the opal a bit too cheap. It's up for debate, but if you feel like you've missed out on a good deal, then don't worry, because there is plenty more on my website. There'll be a link to my website in the description down below, so be sure to check it out. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You have a look and you don't like anything and you click off. That's not a problem at all. Selling opal is a funny game. It's about finding the mix between the amount you bought it for and the amount you're selling it for and what people are willing to pay for it. So everyone prices their opals a bit differently. I know I've been told in the past that mine are sometimes a bit too cheap. So whether you're a hobby cutter or someone who's looking to take this a bit more seriously, there's opal out there for everyone. It's becoming more and more popular, so it's not too late to join in the fun. The lesson for today is when cutting opal, don't make it too thin. As I mentioned earlier, this one is just over 2mm thick. That's just on the safe side for where whoever's setting the opal, if they're experienced enough, it shouldn't be a problem and there shouldn't be much danger of damaging the opal when setting it. If the opal gets any thinner, you should always consider making a doublet. A doublet is a great way to use opal that's too thin to set. Create yourself a dark backing, whether it's ironstone or black potch that's obviously still opal, just colourless, or any other dark background that you can think of. Glue it on there, nice and firm, and you'll have yourself a doublet. It gives the illusion of really high quality black opal at a fraction of the price. So it's a great way of using material that might have otherwise been wasted. So always keep that in mind. I know today's video has been very short, but hopefully it was sweet. Unfortunately, I just haven't had the time to film something that's a bit longer for you, so I do apologise, but we'll return to a normal cutting video next week, and I have something very exciting in store. So if you're not subscribed already, definitely hit that subscribe button, because next week's video should be really good. Drop a like as well on this video so it's recommended to more people, and I would greatly appreciate it. And of course, as always, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of today's opal. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you want to see more videos like this in the future where it's a lot shorter? I'm very open to feedback and suggestions, so please drop them down below. And as always, I'll see you in a week's time.